life. All right, Al, you got a Lost in the Sauce. Who's your
Lost in the Sauce? This one is amazingly Lost in the Sauce. Remember, we did a post-game show, and Scott Hartnell said he thought Bobby Brink might win the Rookie of the Year trophy.
It was a bold
statement.
And
I'm like, I don't know about that, because he's playing really well. Well, now he's got to get back in the lineup because he's lost a little bit of it, little bit of the edge that he had. I still think he's going to fit right in. But we mentioned it before, there's a lot of competition. And Brink right now, his game fell off a little bit coming in, wasn't making the plays. I don't think he was anticipating as well he had previously to get the passes through or whatever. And plus, when everything was clogged up, you just have to make a change. And there's so many interchangeable young parts right now that he's the one right now that's lost in the sauce.
He is. He's been a healthy scratch for 2 games, and towards his media availability this week, it was funny. I think it was Charlie O'Connor asked, were you just giving him a rest? He's a young guy. Were you just taking him out of the lineup to give him some rest? He's like, no, he wasn't playing well enough, and that's why he's sitting.
Well, no young guy gets rested. It's Charlie thinking. Young guys want to play every single night. No, absolutely not. No, you don't get you don't need I mean, the one player in Anaheim, maybe you come in, you're 18 years old and you just don't have any strength to you. You get in the gym or a little bit, Carlson. But no, this guy he does not need this time off. He wants to be in the lineup every single night, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, and Torts frankly just said his play has leveled out. We haven't seen enough of him the past couple of games. So we'll see if he gets back in maybe Saturday. My Lost in the Sauce is Yegor Zamula, and I have a feeling we might not be seeing a lot of him this weekend because Torts wants to see more of him. He's putting him in a lot of situations, but he has committed to, I'll say it, awful, costly turnovers Wednesday night. And that's something that just drives Torts crazy. We saw it with Cam York. When you just flip the puck into the stands, you can't have it. And especially we have Rasmus Ristolainen coming back at some point. We don't know when. Mark Stahl we could see as early as Saturday or Sunday. So they're going to have to make room anyway, but I expect Zamula might be lost in a sauce here for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. And unfortunately, injuries are a part of the game. The fact that Risto is skating like that, like he is now, I got to think next week he's going to be in. I mean, they got a bunch of games coming up. I would think right around Thanksgiving, he's back in the lineup, get his conditioning in here and get ready. Yeah, you can live with some mistakes, but you can't live with too many on defense. Because it's a difficult position and it leads to chaos. Luckily, they've got goaltenders that have covered up some of it. And York, as you mentioned, York had that puck roll up on him and he flipped it in really horrible, a week ago now, a little over a week ago. Mm-hmm. But he's an interesting character to me. I think York has, I think I at least got it wrong early. And I think some other people might have also, because he moves so well, thinking that he was going to be more of an offensive defenseman. Mm-hmm. But watching his game now, he's really become quite good angling people with the stick. And I think his future might be more as a defensive guy than the guy that just scoots. I mean, the last thing you need is for him to start getting Provorov-like, thinking I can do this on the power play. I don't think he can, but I do think he's far better anticipating as a defenseman than I thought it would be. His skill set is better than I thought there. So it's a plus minus thing, I guess. If you thought he was going to run up points, and I actually thought he was going to be more of a point getter or a setup, maybe a power play guy, but it doesn't look that way now. No. And so I am very, very encouraged that defensive side of the game is so much better than I expected.
Yeah, it's a big year for him, no doubt. Yeah. This is the guy that needs to show up this year and kind of wants to rewrite his story. But so far, so good for Cam York, and they're going to need him this weekend. They're going to need everyone this weekend. They're on a 3-game winning streak right now, but it's on the road. Flyers now 9 games out of 12 games back at home. Kind of seems like a bad thing for the Flyers. They seem to play better on the road for some reason. And Saturday